Hello, believers out there and non believers. Welcome to my channel. This is your first time. I hope you would consider maybe sticking around and subscribing. If you've been here before, welcome back. It's been a while since I put something up here because I'm putting together a whole lot of things so I can come back and be able to give you quality stuff, you know, for every week, having something at least, if not a couple times a week. But I'm putting together some good stuff. Can't wait. But today I wanted to talk about something because I'm hearing and I'm seeing where people are calling Weetree Bonsai mine and Laurie's handler. Okay. Now, some of you may not know about this, and if you don't know about it, that's really good. Okay. But anyways, that means you're not here around the crud. You're just trying to get good content and learn good things. The Bible tells us not to bear false witness against our neighbor. But people do. So let me explain something. A handler, a person that's called a handler, somebody who controls our channel, somebody who tells us what we can and cannot put up on our channel, and we listen and we let them tell us. Okay? Fact of the matter is that what Weetree is guilty of is encouraging us to put out good shows, letting us, teaching us to just edify each other, love each other, to follow biblical principles, not to respond when people make dirty comments about us, try to tell secrets and twist the truth into a lie. But other than that, you know what? She really doesn't have a whole lot of say in what we put on our channels. She's a mod in my room. She's a mod in Laurie's room because she keeps the trolls out. She keeps people from coming in there and trying to control our channels, trying to change the narrative. Okay? Now, in case y'all haven't watched Global Watchman News lately, and I highly recommend it. But in case you haven't seen it, she's putting out dang good shows. Very good shows. And she's informing the public of truth. She is definitely the truther girl. Laurie has been doing an awesome job. And, people could learn a lot from Laurie. You see, the thing is when you try to live by biblical principles, even if you don't believe in the Bible, live by the principles. You edify, you care, you love that person. And this just came to mind, so I believe the Lord, the Holy Spirit, God, the Holy Spirit, wants me to read this to you. Okay, so I'm going to. Because this is what Laurie and I try to do, is love each other as friends and encourage each other. In 1 Corinthians chapter 13, it talks about, I always call it the book of love. And it says, though I speak with the tongues of men and angels and have not love, I am become as a sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains and have not love, I am nothing. Though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned and have not love, it profits me nothing. Love suffereth long and is kind. Love envieth not. Love vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up, doth not behave itself unseemly, seeketh not her own, is not easily provoked, and thinketh no evil. Rejoice not in iniquity, but rejoice in the truth. You see, that's what we are trying to accomplish here. Okay? What Laurie's trying to do is show you guys love in its purest form. She's not puffing herself up. She's puffing up others. She is lifting others up. And that's what Weetree does with both me and Laurie could attest to that. That's not a handler, that's a friend. There's a big difference. You see, a handler wants to control everything, wants to decide what your narrative is going to be, decide who can and cannot be in your chat room. Weetree doesn't decide it. We decide our own chat room. Okay? Now, those of you who seem to not know Laurie very well, let me explain something. Nobody controls Laurie. Laurie controls Laurie. And if Laurie doesn't want certain elements in her chat room, Laurie says. And this is not to get everybody to bash on her. But if you really want to show yourself to be a good person, how about if you try edifying her? How about if you, instead of questioning who she is and is not allowing in her chat room, how about if you just encourage her to keep going forward with the great stories and research that she's been doing? How about if you just go and tell her, great job, and that's it? You did a good job. You did an awesome job, because she did. She's awesome. Awesome. And I am honored to be her friend. And I will promote her channel. And you know what? Once I get going, I know she'll promote mine. I don't even have to ask her. I know she will. Because that's what love is. We don't lift ourselves up. We lift the other person up. We know that God will take care of us. You see? And the thing is what Weetree has done is told Laurie what an awesome job she's doing. That her show was great. And you know, if there's things in her show that I don't agree with, I tell Laurie, well, you did a good job, but I don't agree with you on this. Because that's what friends do. We tell the truth. We tell people. But you tell it in a respectful manner, because I still respect her as a person and as a researcher, and I still respect her opinion. But I could not imagine telling Laurie who she can and cannot have in her channel. And neither could Weetree. So for those of you who seem to think that Weetree somehow controls us, you know, maybe you should really look and see what Weetree's doing. Because what she's doing in the chat is exactly what she does behind the chat. You see, if you're living biblical principles, you're not a different person behind the scenes. Are there things about me that you guys don't see? Yeah, of course. And there's things you don't want to see, okay? Believe me, you don't want to see me when I first get up in the morning. It's not a pretty sight. You know, I got to make myself pretty enough for the camera not to break when I get on here. But you know, the thing is, there's a difference in encouraging, advising, and pushing. Weetree's goal is that we can become one of the bigger channels. And so she gives advice because she has shown both of us proof that she's done it for other channels. And other channels will gladly say, yes, if it weren't for Weetree, my channel would not be here. I'm not going to tell you those channels because I don't want some of you people going over to them. Because they're good people. They don't deserve what Laurie and I get over here. But what I'm telling you is, if you really are Laurie's friend, stop telling her who can and cannot be in her chat. Stop telling her that Weetree's her handler or controlling her. Because all you're doing is pushing Laurie away from you. Now, Laurie did not ask me, nor did Weetree ask me to do this video. I am doing this on my own. Because I'm watching what's going on. And we've all agreed not to respond to the negative stuff. But I don't like sitting here watching my friends being attacked. And very unfairly attacked. And attacking somebody who does not do videos, who will not come out and defend herself, that makes you a bully. To attack somebody who's doing wonderful work and trying to drag her down does not make you anything but a bully and a handler. See, when you're trying to tell her you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, why do you have this person in there? Why did you make that person a mod or any of that stuff? You're trying to be a handler. Why don't you encourage her, lift her up, because she's doing really good. She's moving forward with some really good shows. She's informing us of things we should know. Love rejoices in truth. And the truth is, Laurie's doing an awesome job. And Laurie is standing up alone. No, she's not standing alone. I don't want to say it like that. She does have some friends supporting her and loving her and praying for her and praying the armor of God around her and a hedge of protection around her. And Laurie stands with Jesus, so she's never standing alone. But she's coming out and doing some awesome shows. And she's doing it without having any aid from co-hosts or anybody else. And she's putting out some great stuff. And instead, let's celebrate the fact that Laurie's back. Better than ever. New and improved Laurie. But she still kept some of that old style of hers. That's what we want to see. Laurie, I love you. And you keep doing what you do. And Weetree, you are a bad handler. Nobody's handling anybody. Nobody's telling us what to put on our shows. Okay, I'm taking my time on coming back because I want to come out with better shows. And that's what I'm doing. Okay, both here and on Granny C. So let's get over ourselves and let's start lifting up other people. And we can start with lifting up Laurie. We can start with recommending her show to people. I did it. I was out working the carnival and I was showing people what Laurie's got going on. Let's start lifting her up. Let's start sharing. If you really care about Laurie, stop using words. Words mean nothing. Get out there. Share it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Tell people this is where you need to be if you want to know something and want to learn something. Share. Love her. Send her encouraging words. And build her up. And let's help Laurie to reach, 200,000 subscribers. Maybe 500,000 subscribers. Because she's good. She deserves it. And let's stop trying to tell her who she should and should not have in her room. I understand that some of your friends may not be in the room for whatever reason and people you may care about, but it's not your channel. On your channel, you can have who you want. Laurie does not want a certain narrative in her room. Okay? And I'm not going to go into details because actually I don't know a whole lot of the details of what Laurie wants because I'm not a mod. And I don't need to be. I'm her, even better, I'm her friend. Love you. God bless.